Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to Up on iOS.
Yeah.
And today, it is time for episode 3 of creating a brand new utensils album. I get to make some music today. Let's ode. Hello, my name is Jade. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. It's Thursday morning here. Yeah, it's a chilly, breezy morning. Everyone doing well out there. Thanks for joining us. Time to make some music. Super pumped. What do you say?
Yeah.
Absolutely got to make some music.
Yeah.
Why? Because music's awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't make enough music.
Yeah.
I'm too busy doing tutorials all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. But today,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's ode. Hello. Yes. So you may have noticed there's been some changes here around the channel.
Yeah.
Absolutely there has. And not every day we're doing tutorials here. There's been videos dropping with pre-recorded tutorials. So one dropped last night. What was that for? Playbeats brand new cyberpunk pack. So go and check that out, please. I hope you're enjoying the new pre-recorded content. I hope you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I am.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
100% more.
Yeah.
Totally. What do you say?
Yeah.
Oath, mate. All right. So I can let you know the next one that's coming up. So very excited about the next one. Let me show you the thumbnail. So thumbnails are getting makeovers and stuff. We're taking a look at Audio Thing's brand new Moon Echo app on the next pre-recorded tutorial. And look at this. Look at Heinbach. He's on the moon. So you're going to love it. There's a lot of really cool. I've been putting a lot of work into these new pre-recorded tutorials. They're not as long as the, hour shows, but a lot of the content's crammed in nice and quick, fast paced. I really love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Caretaker, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Mateus in the chat.
Yeah.
We got Thomas in the chat. We got
Yeah.
Audible Video.
Yeah.
Fish is in the chat. Who else? Jamie Malander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? We got Falcro.
Yeah.
Falcro's here. Who else is here? Let's see. Okay, so Ed B, Ed Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Laura Cat, hello to you. Leela.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
We got heaps of people here. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely can get a yeah. So today, what are we doing? We're working on a brand new album. So back in April, I started this new album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed, right? I say, after I talk a lot, I say the word yeah. So I thought I'd just replace it
Yeah.
with LA Knight, because LA Knight does it way better than me. You're enjoying the pre-recorded videos? I'm glad you're enjoying the pre-recorded videos, Kim, because I'm enjoying making them. No, I am. No, it's heaps of fun. Falcro, g'day. Kimbo, Audible, hello. Thank you all for joining. And Mateus says 17 months as a war warrior, man. Thank you so much. Russ is here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's going to get old real quick, isn't it? But I don't care because it's my show. All right, so let me give you some backstory on this album. So back in April, if I have missed you in the chat, I do apologize. I'm hitting the yeah button way too many times. So back in April, I think it was, I started this project. And I'd been thinking about this project for a long time because I like to have... I like to do every Utensils album. Utensils, if you don't know, is one of my side projects. I've been doing Utensils for many, many years, and every single album that comes out is completely different, like a completely different band. And this idea I had came from a really inspirational album I've loved for the longest time by the Caretaker. And it's a 6-hour album. Oh, don't worry, I'm not making a 6-hour album. I'm not crazy. I'm not making a 6-hour album. But so this album by the Caretaker, it's called Everywhere at the End of Time, and it starts off with this music, and as the album goes on and on and on, it gets more messed up and more crazy because it's trying to define the stages of dementia till somebody loses their mind completely. And by the last track of 6 hours of this, the music is completely unrecognizable, right? So I've taken this kind of running similar with this idea, but it's a story I've created about somebody wrongfully diagnosed with a mental illness and subsequently gets put into a mental institution and misdiagnosed and gets put on all these drugs, a concoction of drugs, and they actually do lose their mind, not from an actual real mental illness. So it's like it's a sad story, right? And I'm trying to portray that in a musical way without words. So that is the concept of the album. And we got to a point where the song was coming along and it wasn't, and it wasn't working. So there's going to be 5 to 6 tracks, and each track is the exact same song, right? But as with each track, the song gets more and more distorted and broken up. So you're hearing the same song 5 times over, but they are completely different versions and more dark and crazy. And did I see in the chat, Michael, aka Zealand here as well too. Hello to you. So our special guest tomorrow on the show, everybody, is indeed Michael. There you go. So he's coming on. We're going to talk about his music and stuff like that. So hopefully he can come and join us, Don't do it for me. Don't come and watch the show for me. Come and support the artist. I have these artists on so you can find out about them. So if you don't turn up, you're not supporting the artist. Forget about me. It's not about me. All right. So I have, in fact, finished the song. So we're good to go. Let me open up Logic and let's play you the song. Oh, what's that thing up the top there? Can you see that? What is it? Oh, that's a secret. I can't tell you about that. That's something I'm working on and we'll hopefully have finished this weekend. Is that you can read it for yourself. All right. So this song is called Forgotten. The album is called Forgotten. This project's called Forgotten. And it's, about this person who gets misdiagnosed and they incarcerate her, and she ends up being forgotten, and these drugs just cause the mental illness that her brain becomes mush, basically. So here is the project. It's a very simple project because what is going to happen to the song is as it goes on, it's going to get layered and layered and layered and layered with effects. Because, I don't know if you know this, I've been reviewing apps for a long time and I've got a lot of apps that can do some crazy stuff. And we're going to explore as many of these apps that can destroy sound and break it all up and create white noise and really warp and distort all these tracks. So I'm going to shut up for a minute.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to hear me talk anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm goddamn boring.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play you this song. So it was put together with the help, of course, of Scalar. So you can see Scalar down here. I spent a lot of time putting together these chords and playing it on guitar. And we've got a simple piano track. We've got a studio grand track using the new Logic player. We've got a bass track and some strings. So very, very simple stuff, but we want it to be that way. So let's play it.
Yeah.
And I'll shut up. Let's oge. All right. You know what? I'm really happy with this. Really happy with it. And you know, you can. Last night I was listening to it over and over and going, should I add more? Should I put some drums in the middle? And you know what? No. Keep it simple because it's going to get chaotic. The effects, the amazing effects that we have that are going to break this down and shatter it and just destroy it are going to, the fun now is going to be deconstructing it and smashing it apart and ruining it. Like that's going to be the fun part, and keeping it simple is the way to go. So I'm really happy with it. Now, it took a long time to put it, believe it or not, it seems like such a simple song, but I mean the beauty is in the finding the right chord structure. And let me tell you, if you think it's cheating using these amazing new players in Logic, I don't give a shit, man. I would rather be using these AI instruments here in Logic than any of this Suno or Udio rubbish, man, because it's just, I mean, they do a great job, and it took a long time to get them to do the things I want them to do perfectly, yeah? So I'm super happy with it. Hey, Mr. Smith, people I've missed. Hello, Hugh Caldwell, Mr. Smith. We've got Moby in the house. Always good to see you, Moby. You know what? And I'm really enjoying this, being able to put out tutorials and just drop them and have pre-recorded tutorials and get back to writing music. Now, the other thing is, since I've been working on this, there's something else that's come from it that I feel. Once I finish this album and put it out, and it's this utensils thing, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take this song and actually write some lyrics to it and put some drums to it and release it as a Dread Circus song. So you get the whole story with verbally, but over on utensils, you get the the song breaking down into this, whatever it's going to be. So it'll be a cross band project song, the same song across two different projects of mine. So, I mean, this is the thing, man. Music's about breaking rules and doing things that people haven't seen before, or, you know, like that. Hey, Dan Anderson as well. I haven't said hello to you. Hugh Caldwell, Joe Glenn. Breaking rules is what it's all about. That's what music's about to me. Anyway, and I love the fact that we get to break rules. Okay, so I apologize for that intermission break there. If you want to find out what that is, you maybe have to go back and pause the video. Let me give you a clue. Never give up. Keep trying. Never give up, because one of them's right. You just got to find the right one, and that'll take you to the next clue. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you who don't know, I'm releasing another album that is pretty much finished and going to be available soon on all streaming services, but I'm not telling you what it's called. I'm not telling you the project name, the album name, when it's released, where it's released. You have to follow the clues and find out where, what, why, and do all that work yourself, because I'm not here to work for you. I'm just here to make music. So if you want to find out the clues can be found on my Instagram, on my Facebook page, here on YouTube. Look for my shorts. You may have to pause the video. You may have to zoom in a bit, but there's a hidden clue in every one of these clues that takes you to another page that has more clues. I love music that is different. What can I say? All right, so here we are. This is our project. I think it's time to start messing with it and destroying some sound with this thing. Did I say hi to Russ and Mateus? Hello. Paul, g'day. I saw Charlie. What's going on, Charlie? Thank you all for hanging out with us today. All right, let's see what we're going to do. So this song is virtually finished. This is what we're going to go with, and we're going to close this out, and I'm going to make a duplicate of this track if Logic allows me to. So we're going to right click on this and we're going to make a duplicate. It's going to call it project 2 and we're going to start to mess around with this. So the idea is to start breaking down these tracks with glitches. So the first version of this just needs minor glitching. That's what we're looking for, just some minor glitching in the track. We don't want anything too crazy because we have to build it to totally, totally something that is unrecognizable by the end. Is this because it's so easy to get your music heard in the normal fashion? Well, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. People, it's a consistent thing, a 24-hour cycle, man. People are always saying, check out my new song, check out my new song, check out my new song. And I love checking out everybody's new songs. But you know what they say? I don't want to be that person for a bit and just go, I release them something and you can find it if you want it. I don't care. What do you say?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're in project 2. Now, I think what we're going to do with this, just to, I think I'm going to bounce these. It's probably the way to go to bounce these tracks in place, I would suggest. What do we do? So we'll select all of these. So we've got all this selected. Let's try doing a bounce in place, maybe, yeah. And, man, I hate how it does this. So this is piano main. We'll send it to a new track and, yeah. I haven't done much bouncing here in Logic. I don't like to bounce my tracks. So now we have this piano track as an audio file. Probably going to do this with all these. We'll bounce this as well. We'll call this one, I want to give it another name. We'll call it piano solo. It's just going to be easy to slice and dice this stuff without it being MIDI files. Because if you manipulate any of the Studio Grand stuff from the players, if you chop it up, the actual performance will change. Because that's what it does. It adapts to your slicing and dicing. It's a thing. So we've got our strings here. Let's bounce these. We'll just call these strings. And once I do this, I've got to commit, yeah? So this is going to be the song. Definitely is the song. We're not... well, they've come through pretty low. Let's undo that. I'm going to bring the volume up. We'll see if that is any better. We'll do a bounce in place. Strings. See, I'm not used to bouncing in place. Maybe. There we go. That's a bit louder. We can pull those down now. Pull those way down. You know what? Let's undo that. See, bouncing in place is not my forte, as you can tell. Let's make that about half. I don't know, about there. Try it one more time. You know, this is the beauty about digital recording, isn't it? That you can just undo, redo, keep going until you get it right. And, folks, I hope you're enjoying the new content. So just to keep you in the loop, I have been making a whole bunch of contacts over the last couple of days. So some of the things I've promised to be coming here on the channel, like going out to recording studios and talking to engineers and stuff, this stuff is moving forward. And I'm very excited because I've got a brand new, some new stuff for filming. And, yeah, we will be going out and interviewing some people who work in big recording studios here in Australia, engineers, people who do mastering engineers, and some of these things are coming soon on the channel. So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening here on the channel. Plus, you're going to continue to get your tutorials every day. Maybe not live like they used to be, but some will be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, good times. This is almost done. And we've got all our tracks here. So let's move these into a place. So we're going to move these down the bottom so we can see them clearly, work them all together. Get our piano, get our strings, and our bass player can come down the bottom. And there is our mix. Let's check these strings. Thank you, Fishy. That's very kind of you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Absolutely, you can get a yeah. Yeah for Fishy. Good stuff. All right, so we're going to start simple. We're going to solo some of these tracks. I think we're going to start with something like the brand new app from Sketch Audio, because there's some nice crackling and stuff. Again, I don't want to get too crazy with this. We just want some crackling and some white noise and just the beginning of, like, I don't know, fuzz brain. We all know what fuzz brain is, don't we? You know, at 3 p.m. when you're sitting there and you're like, fuck, my brain's fuzzy. Fuzz brain, is that what they call it? We all get it around. So we just want to start to get the mind a little bit fuzzy, and that's what this is going to represent, the beginning of, like, there's a problem. I need to get it looked at, and unfortunately it gets looked at and misdiagnosed, which will be the next track where it gets crazy. So I'm going to focus on these chords here. And I think to kick off will be some reverb. We're definitely going to need some reverb and something like a really, really, really light shimmer, I think. So the perfect reverb for that is going to be Altetha from FAC. Now, I'll tell you what would be handy if I put it on the right track. Let's do that, shall we? So that's this one. Now I'm going to pull this right back. See you later, Mr. Smith. We're going to pull this right back. But we're going to turn on this really big shimmer. It's called a shimmer reverb. All right, so you can hear there, it's just giving it that ringing, that really light ringing. We can probably pull that down way more. Hey, Ali, there's my legs. Okay, so we can hear that shimmer going on. Let's go back to the start. Awesome. Now, we're going to look for Dr. Vibe. We're going to turn off these two. And we're going to get in here. Let's just take out the shimmer. Got a little bit of noise, yeah? Let's bring in our shimmer. Okay. So now we've got our single piano piece. Now I want to put some warble in here. Brad's become a warrior. Again. A new member? How? How did that happen? Right, so we've just got our piano at the moment. And I'm going to bring in a Dr. Vibe as well. And we're going to warble this. So we've got a slight bit of pitch variation going on with our warble and flutter. Let's bring this back to the beginning. Might try and put in a bit of kind of mess with the sample rate a little bit. So I'm putting on a black hole in here. Again, reverb's really cool because it's going to space it out. It's going to bury it. So eventually all of this needs to be buried. So there's going to be so much reverb on here by the end. Let's just hear these two together. I'm not happy with this shimmer. We're going to go in here and just go with the that's better. All right, let's have a break for a second because you know what time it is, folks. When we're here at our live stream, it is time for the mid-break ad roll. Every day on the stream, we run an ad. So it helps me put the ad in afterwards when the video goes live to everyone and it gets processed, and it helps by putting an ad so everybody doesn't get an ad at a different time. If you want to avoid the ad, become a premium subscriber or just skip the ad and we'll wait for you to come back. The ad has been run. All right, while we're waiting for those who may or may not get served an ad, as I said, tomorrow we have Michael, a.k.a. Zealand, on the show, so hopefully you can come and join us for this. Please do come and support the artist. It's very important, yes. Next week on the show we have, oh my Lord, an amazing artist. Katie Underwood is coming on the show. It will be the first pre-recorded interview because this Katie Underwood is a very, very busy human being, ex-pop star in the band Bardot, and now a spiritual healer who heals people with music and Tibetan singing bowls. It's going to be a killer interview, so that's happening next week as well. And later today or tonight, wherever you are in the world, this will be dropping the tutorial for Moon Echo by Audio Thing and Heinbach, featuring music from somebody you may know in this community. Hi, Leela. Cleaning, lurking, doing stuff. All right. We are ready to go. Let me show you a couple of scenes from the while we're waiting. Couple of scenes from the Heinbach, the tutorial. Look at this. Oh, wow. Look at that. So I've got Heinbach on the moon. Yeah. Oh, wow. I've been making some things. So, yeah, what the beautiful thing about making tutorials is you can get really creative and do some really cool stuff with your tutorials. Let me show you what I mean. Look at this. Look at that. How cool. So that's just a little hint of what's coming with today's Moon Echo. And Moon Echo is free. Absolutely free. So, yeah, really looking forward to dumping this tutorial today. All right, let's get back to this song. Now, we are back here. Instantly, that's exactly what I was looking for. This more chorusy, slightly warble. Not too much, but noticeably different. All right, we need to focus on these strings. So here are our strings. What have we got in our app arsenal? Because I have a lot of apps. And we're going to go through and have a look at some. Try and find something. So, look at all these apps here. One day, Apple are going to decide to put all these in the right place. Let's go and look for an Audio Thing app first. See what we can find in here, because it's going to be a bit of trial and error. How kind of like that. How it's all distorted already. Thank you, Falcro. Right, I really like that already. It already sounds like it's starting to break up, even though it's not a lot, but there's just enough in there that everything combined is kind of getting that initial feeling like there's starting to break up without it getting too cray-cray. Let's focus on this bass, because what are we going to do with this bass? Let's give it some volume. All right. Now I'm going to go back to Audio Thing because they have Audio Thing has so many good apps that you can just do wild stuff with. Maybe even just a hey, that's pretty nice. So we've got these grains in there. Take out some of the reverb. So it's almost like there's a reverb in there, but we got this granular stuff going on. Wow, so we've got Time Machine by 4 Pockets. Whatever I'm going to use out of this, we'll keep it low, because you can already hear it's absolutely destroying the shit out of this. Let's just hear what Time Machine is doing. So here it's given it that little bit of warp and wear. A little bit of a different scratch. Some dust in there. But I had to move it, so we've placed it before the reverb. Man, I love this bass. I'm just going to look for something else. Oh man, you know what I want to put in here? I want to put in, it's probably too early for this. I can't think what it's, I can't think what it's called. Let me find it. It's definitely too long for too early for this. Although subtle, those little reverses. Let's move it so it's in front of the reverb. Let's hear from when everything comes in a bit wilder. We've got 10 minutes, folks, then we're out of here. Thomas Christ is up next with You Rock, playing your most rockin' music. Okay, so the original track I kept really dry from effects because, it's going to stand out that way much better. So again, reverb, there's a little bit of distortion in Mangle Verb. So I'm going to, let's just head over here for now. We're going to wrap this up. We'll go to our first project. We'll do a bounce of this one. We'll do a bounce of both of them and we'll see how they sound. So we've got it uncompressed. We're doing, 48. Let's just share this out. And we'll export the other one. So the next episode of this, we'll be working on the next 2 versions, which will be next week. So hopefully you can come and join us if you're enjoying the content today. Hey, hit the like. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, please. You can always become a member if you like, or super chat or anything like that. It does help out. Plus, I've got a Patreon too, where each weekend we do a Patreon live stream. It's private, and it's a whole group of people who are really cool. And you can send your stuff in, your music in, and I'll master it for you as well. Thomas has bunged the link in right there. Also, you can win some apps, if you become a Patreon for $5 and above. So let's bounce this one out here. Now this is completely unmixed, unmastered, so all of that jazz. Let's go over here to this one, and we'll export the second one, and we'll just try and hear if it's too over the top, but it's going to get messy. It really is going to get messy. Hey, Ali, you like it? Compared to, remember when we first started this, Ali? I don't know, it was kind of, the idea was there, but I think I've found the song. I think the chords are nice. I think they tell a story. I think they match the word forgotten. There's enough sadness in it, but there's enough hope in it as well too. And it's for that hope to be able to be crushed by the end. I know that's so depressing to say. But I did spend a lot of time trying to find the right chords, because chord structure is important. The right chords to generate a mood are very, very important, and should think about this stuff to try and generate the right kind of, what am I talking about? Shut the fuck up. What do I know? I don't know anything. Why are you guys here? All right, let's save this one. All right, so you can see 2 very different looking files here. Let's hear the first one. Oh, no, it's the second one. Let's hear the first one. Hang on. Yeah. Now the second one. Those little reverses. So the only thing that's missing from this one will be, I need to add another track, and that just needs to be some white noise or brown noise, pink, whatever we're going to choose. But with each song, that single track of white noise has to get progressively louder and louder and louder, just to give it that underfill, or even something like no input mixer, because that generates frequencies by feeding back into a mixer. So you get a bit of randomization with it, but you've got more noise. So that's the idea. This is the concept, Forgotten. And as you know, so I've been generating all of the thumbnails you'll see for the past 3 shows will be, so the artwork for this album and such is like this window, this beautiful, it begins with this beautiful window looking out to like a bay window in a beautiful house, looking out to this beautiful garden and ocean or lake or whatever. And then with each song, it gets darker and more closed in till it becomes just a box with nothing in it. So, yeah, it's going to be a journey. They'll be released in singles and then released as an album as a whole thing. So That's the idea. Dave Thomas Christ is up next. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow we're back with Michael, a.k.a. Zealand. Thomas is up next. I'll auto bounce you over to him, give you a dump.
Yeah.
And we'll go and hang out with Thomas.
Yeah.
And we'll listen to
Yeah.
your most rockin'
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Remember, do the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Mistakes make you better.
Yeah.
We'll all rise together.
Yeah.
And stay awake. Let's hope. Much love to you all. See you later. Boom.